All right, welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 235. Now, last week I said that I was going to cover this movie about American folklore being passed down from generation to generation in different variations, and someone is making these stories come to life. Well, urban legend. Yeah, 1998. This is quite a movie. Yeah, starring Jared Leto. Jared Leto before his Oscar win, before people started getting pissed off at him because he played the Joker. Yeah, Jared Leto, Alicia Witt, my personal favorite to play Jean Grey. And you know how people do the fantasy, the was fantasy casting. Yeah, well, back in the day when the first X-Men movie came out, Alicia Witt, that was my first personal favorite to play Jean Grey. Yeah, Rebecca Gayheart, the girl in those Noxzema commercials back in the 90s. Joshua Jackson, the old Mighty Duck himself. And Pacey Weber in Dawson's Creek. As a matter of fact, the theme song plays for a second when he turned his car on. And Loretta Devine. Oh, she's so cool. I love Loretta Devine. She's so cool. Tara Reid. Before her troubles. Michael Rosenbaum. The Flash himself. Well, the voice of the Flash, but everybody knows him as Lex Luthor. Whatever. Yeah. And Robert Englund. Freddy Krueger himself. But yeah, man. This movie. What a picture, man. What a picture. Every legend, You know, uh, everybody has an urban legend that they have dealt with, have heard of, I'm sure. I mean, the uh, the um, the couple in the car, and the ear scratching on the roof, and the um, the back seat. Yeah, there's you know stranger in the back seat. Lot of good creepy stuff. A lot of good stories to tell. But yeah, someone's taking these stories and making them come true. Though, this movie, yeah, not only that it is a slasher, not only that it's one of those post Scream '90s trend movies that that were just coming out, firing out left and right since '96, since Scream in '96. You know, there were movies just coming out left and right. You know, yeah. But yeah, this movie is a real good murder mystery, though. You know, yeah, investigation on campus. This girl, this girl, yeah, she was found decapitated in her front seat, and yeah, she went to the school that this this newspaper reporter in training, Jared Leto's character, he's covering this whole thing, the story, and then girl named Natalie. She is somehow has a link to the girl that was killed in the back seat, like that was killed in her front seat. But then a lot of twists and tie-ins. A lot of things start to really start to string together. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, Daniel Harris is also in this movie. Very unrecognizable Daniel Harris, but yeah, she's also in this movie. Playing this real goth girl. I mean, you have to take a real good look at her if you want to identify her. But yeah, she's in this movie though. Yeah, cute little Jamie Lloyd, all grown up. But anyway, yeah, yeah, Alicia Witt's character Natalie, she has a link to the murder. You know, yeah, it wasn't until later that we find out that yeah, she was the victim's best friend back in high school. But then there's something else that would hit you real hard later in the movie. You know, the I'm not gonna say the second act twist because it's not exactly the second act. It's the climax of the movie, and we see the reveal of the killer. And then that was like it really was somebody we really least expected. Really was somebody that we least expected. I mean, who really saw that coming? I mean, that was like one of the best heel turns in a movie, basically. One of the best heel turns in a movie. Who really saw that coming? But yeah, I tell you though, the way this whole thing played out though, yeah, it's a real good murder mystery. And Jared Leto, you know, you could tell this cat was going to be a future Oscar winner. You could tell he was going to be a future Oscar winner, you know, because he would really give you a good conviction that he was that he is this reporter, this news reporter, this newspaper reporter. I mean, he really he really got deep into the investigation. He followed his sources and everything like that. I mean, he really handled business. He handled business. He really held it down. Yeah, he really held it down. But then yeah, but yeah, the urban legends themselves. A lot of them referenced. A lot of them were reenact in this movie. Just so you can you heard them, but you never really seen them before. So yeah, this movie it really delivered as it hit you with yeah, it had to hit you with um real good reenactments of certain urban legends. Like the scratching on top of the roof of the car. My man, he was yeah, he was being hanged, but he wasn't quite you know he was being hanged. You know, just enough to rub his rub his toes against the roof of the car. But once Natalie once Natalie stopped the car because she was being attacked by the killer. But once she started the car, hit the gas, oh yeah, he was going up, boy. He was going up. So yeah, the urban legend of the girl being, Daniel Harris's character being strangled in the yeah, I'm gonna give away some spoilers. I'm sorry, man. If you haven't seen this movie, why the fuck you watch this review? So yeah, Daniel Harris's character, she's being strangled in the dock. So yeah, when when Natalie turned on when she woke up the next morning, she see blood next to Danielle's bed. She pulled back the covers and she see her dead body laying there. And then yeah, she turned around and she see a note written in blood on the wall reading, "Aren't you glad you didn't turn on the light?" I mean, oh man, real good stuff. Real good stuff. Robert Englund playing a college professor in this movie. A college professor who was being suspected of the killing. So you get the idea that he's playing a little bit of a bad guy. It could be him in this movie. Yeah, Robert Englund playing the bad guy. Who knew, right? But yeah, you get that feeling that it could be him in this movie. But yeah, he's playing a college professor, and then he had this lecture about urban legends, and one of the urban legends is the old pop rocks and soda. Some pop rocks. The carbonation of pop rocks. The crack on your mouth and everything like that. You open your mouth, you get to hear the all over your tongue. The old days. I remember eating pop rocks back in the old days, back in the 80s, man. Yeah, that's how far back I go. When I was a little boy back in the 80s, man. Late 80s, early 90s, around that time, I had some Pop Rocks, but I never had soda. And here's the thing. I never even heard of the legend back in those days. But it was not until I saw this movie, that, if you eat Pop Rocks and then you drink soda, you know, all of your insides will blow up on you and kill you. That's the urban legend. Although it was depicted by many people that the legend was not true. Only thing that you're going to get is one hell of a one hell of a gastro backup, and burp that shit out like you never have burped out anything before. Hey, carbonation and carbonation mixed up, a lot of it, of course you're gonna, you gonna let that shit out, boy. So yeah, that's all it's gonna do, it's just gonna have you just burp it out. But, a lot of urban legends, a lot of them depicted in this movie, a lot of them referenced in this movie. The old lady drying her wet dog in a microwave. That was referenced. You know the the um the killer under the car. get you by your ankles. That was referenced. Actually, was it referenced or was it depicted? Was it reenacted? It was reenacted. Yeah, the ankle slasher under the car legend. But yeah, I tell you though, yeah, the ones I would reference, you know, you know, a roommate replaces birth control pills with baby aspirin. Yeah, because they're both the same color. Yeah, yeah. Someone having their stomach pumped after performing oral sex. Someone had their stomach pumped after sucking dick and taking in cum. Hey, hey, we all adults here. And yeah, yeah, uh, spider eggs and bubblegum has been referenced. But yeah, a lot of a lot of stuff, man. A lot of good stuff. A lot of great stories. But yeah, the movie called Urban Legend. There's a killer going around making these certain stories true, and then yeah, when we find out who the killer is, it's one of the best heel turns ever in any of these '90s movies. Any of these '90s horror movies, it's one of the best heel turns ever. I mean, yeah, we did not see it coming. We did not see it coming, and man, oh man, we saw that. Fuck it. You know what? Like I said, if you have not seen this movie, why the fuck are you watching this review? So yeah, I'm going to put it out there that it was Natalie's best friend Brenda that was the killer. Yeah, I'm putting that shit out there. Natalie's best friend Brenda, she was the killer. And yeah, we did not see it coming. Even though there were signs, especially when it came to Jared Leto's character Paul. Where were the signs? I don't know. Were there signs? No. As a matter of fact, no. There weren't any signs. We literally did not see this coming. I mean, she just, you know, she appeared to be dead. Natalie felt Natalie was heartbroken, but Brenda rose up and punched out Natalie, and she get a little bit of a smile right after. Oh my God, man! It was Natalie the whole time, really? Not Natalie. I mean, it was Brenda the whole time, really? Yeah, Brenda. She raised up, punched out Natalie. And it was her the whole time. Then she gave the reason why, because Natalie and the girl that was killed in the beginning of the movie, Michelle Mancini, you know, and Natalie and Michelle, they were best friends back in high school, and they did the whole gang initiation. The gang initiation legend, where you're driving down the road and you see somebody ahead of you coming your direction, and they don't got no headlights on, so you're gonna flash your brights to warn them. But then they come, and that's when they start. That's when they come at you and flash their brights, because this is like the game. Yeah, because that was the initiation right there. So yeah, don't warn nobody on the road because you don't know if they're going to come at you. So yeah, but that's what they did. And then it was Brenda's boyfriend that was driving the car, and yeah, they ran him off the road accidentally. So yeah, Brenda found out about this, and yeah, she faked being Nellie's best friend for years on campus in order to get her on this very night. So yeah, Jack. Yeah, we did not see this coming. But yeah, Rebecca Gayheart, she played crazy very, very well. She had the eyes for it, Jack. She had the eyes for it. Yeah, I already tried therapy. Yeah, obviously, you did me no good, Natalie. I mean, yeah, she had the eyes for it, boy. This was quite a movie, though. It was very enjoyable to watch. Very enjoyable, If you're amongst friends, it is very enjoyable to watch, Just sitting alone in the dark is very enjoyable to watch. This movie is enjoyable, period. Period. You know? It's a late 90s horror film, slasher, straight up slasher, a murder mystery. It is a straight up 4 out of 5 for me. Watching Loretta Devine play a security guard who really loves Pam Grier, and she got her gun out and she watching a scene from Coffee and she pretty much saying Pam's lines word for word, you know, because Pam Grier, that's her girl. Just thinking about her in the second movie, seeing how she loved Pam Grier. The opening of Foxy Brown. I tell you. Well, anyway, yeah, this movie, yeah, it's a real delight. It's a real delight to behold. A good 4 out of 5. That's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. Now, as October really starting to wind down next week, man, next week is gonna be a little bit different. In the recent years, I've done Halloween movies. I mean, literally Halloween movies. I covered Halloween H2O. I covered Halloween 3, and I just covered last year Halloween 2018. But this year, I'm not going to touch on the Halloween movie. Instead, I'm going to talk about this horror picture of a dead rock star that comes back and pretty much take his revenge. So yeah, man, put on your leather pants, put on your leather glove, and start slamming your fist to your thigh to a hardcore metal beat. Boom, boom, Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go with it. Oh, yeah. Check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, while you're at it, check out my October playlist right here. A lot of good theme songs, a lot of good soundtrack, closing credit songs mostly. A lot of real good shit in that one playlist. But this show right now is